All right, all right. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with two people. Let them know that your favorite after church podcast is live right now, and this is something that we something that caused not I won't say rage, but it went viral. And Jay Day mentioned it. This is about Elon Musk canceling Netflix. And speaking of pushing agendas and stuff, this one is about 5 minutes long, but I'm gonna speed it up a little bit.
Musk is taking aim at Netflix over the animated series Dead End Paranormal Park, which features a transgender lead character.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier.
Well, Musk shared a post that said, quote, transgender propaganda isn't just quietly lurking in the background on Netflix. They are actively pushing it on users. Joining me now to react is Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, what do you think about this?
Well, Carly, you have a child. Todd has kids. I have kids at young ages. And the fact that Netflix would go down this road, it's just a whole bowl of wrong. And Elon Musk has more followers, I think, on Twitter than anybody in the world. So this is really going to have an impact. We're now seeing mass cancellations. And I'm not about cancel culture, but I could see why parents across the country are saying, I don't want my kid exposed to this stuff. I just don't understand why they would go down this road. But that goes back to the kind of people they hire. And this is what we're seeing now as a result. So, yeah, I just don't understand why, if you're Netflix, just give us good programming. Give us the type of stuff that we want to watch. My wife loves the, Sullivan Crossing and Virgin River. Fine. That's great. But to go here, obviously, you're going to alienate people, and as a result, you're going to hurt your business. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, so the show's creator posted on Blue Sky, I have mostly been very okay today and found it all quite funny while really appreciating everyone who has reached out. But the extremely nasty, weird, homophobic, and anti-Semitic emails have started rolling in, and it's getting a little scary. I don't know what he means by either of those things, really, homophobic or anti-Semitic. But if you want to be the parent to teach your child about complex issues related to sexuality, shouldn't you be the one to do that?
Exactly. It all happens in the home. And in the home, I very easily can say, hey, I don't want Netflix anymore because I don't want my kid learning about this sort of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, again, playing the victim here is the producer. And obviously, he's probably going to have a problem finding a job after this because Netflix is really being hurt right now as far as people canceling. Therefore, the stock goes down. Therefore, a lot of things, bad things happen. I just don't understand why Netflix would go down this road when they have so much other great stuff on that site.
Well, it's a Netflix original. It's streamed for 20 episodes. It was canceled in 2023. Apparently, they're not actively promoting the show, but all the episodes remain active on the platform and available. So we'll watch that. Yeah. There's also this new Gallup poll shows a new low of Americans who trust in the media, as the number now sits at 28%. Does this number, 28%, surprise you, Joe?
No, it's actually a bit higher than one would think. But then again, mostly the people that are keeping it at 28% are Democrats because they like what they're hearing. And it appears that shingles, basically, and gas station sushi is more popular than the American media at this point. And that distinction, Carly, is completely earned. You simply have no balance, no objectivity. Every major issue is about cheering on Democrats, like we see with the shutdown, and demeaning Republicans as evil people. The problem is that more than half the country doesn't feel that way, hence this poll from Gallup. So, look, the only people that think that the media is doing a decent job are those on the left, because mostly people on the
All right, fellers. So Elon Musk called. He didn't. I don't think he called for a cancel. He just mentioned that he was canceling Netflix because it's obvious to him that that the transgender agenda is no longer covert. It is overt. It's all in all different types of media. What do you guys think about the cancellation of Netflix? And also, what do you think about? Do you agree with his sentiment about it being pushed?
Oh, my bad. My mic was muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
don't know, my audio was messing up or what.
Yeah. So firstly, I'd like to address like that poll or whatever he said. They had a poll of 29% people agreeing that the media is doing a good job, or they have, I guess, confidence in the media. Um, what did you think about that?
I don't trust those. I don't. I just take that information with a grain of salt because I don't know who's polling who, or are these people
Mhm,
getting emails, or what's the source of the poll? Because
mhm,
if you do a poll and you send a poll to people who are on one side or the other, then the results
mhm,
are going to favor whatever it is that you're trying to push.
mhm.
So I don't
Uh,
trust polls. I just let that
well,
information be where it may.
yeah, you take it with a grain of salt. Um, so I was curious on what he meant by, well, the people on the left are the only one, I guess, agreeing that, I think he said agreeing that, the media is doing a good job. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's what
Only
he said.
28%. Yeah, 28% agree that they're doing a good job.
Yeah, he was saying the people on the left are the people that agree with that, and
Mostly them. Yeah.
mostly them. But I mean, we're getting this information via Fox News, and so it's to say also, well, why should we take what you're saying, not with a grain of salt, right? I think that's to be fair. Also, to be fair, I think it may be more Republicans than Democrats. To be fair, maybe more Republicans than Democrats. So that means there's probably some Republicans that think, media itself is doing a good job. Me personally, I don't trust media. I'm sort of like you, Spaces. I take everything with a grain of salt. Um, to address the main issue here, I do think, again, like I said previous in the last segment, is that there's an agenda in media as a whole, right? They want your kids thinking they want your kids thinking a certain way, right? And I don't think that's the responsibility for the media to try to push that, right? Especially in children's things that majority children consume. If you want to push that agenda for things that adults consume, I guess, fine. But even too much of that, I mean, too much of anything being sexual in general for me, like even when I'm watching something, it could be a rated R movie, but a lot of those sex scenes and things like that, and this could be amongst heterosexual people, a lot of that shit don't even need to be in there. It's like you crowbar, these sex scenes, and to me, we already living in a hyper over sexualized culture in the United States. Anything, anyway, everything is about sex. You know, if I get I get a clip on somebody send a clip on Instagram. I happen to look at the clip or whatever. I don't know, maybe somebody twerking or some shit like that. My whole algorithm turns into booties and twerking. I don't want to see that. You see what I'm saying? So before, if it was before basketball, boxing, finance, things like that, I look, I happen to click on a little twerk video or something, and then all of a sudden everything is twerk.
You happen
So
to
now I
click.
gotta, well, like I said, somebody may send it to me, right? No, you get sent things all the time. Oh, what the fuck
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Oh, okay, this person, whatever. Like
Yeah.
if, even with we had cooking with Kaya, we talked about her on the podcast, right? And you happen to, what's this Kaya chick? What she's about? And then it turns into booty shaking all over the algorithm. That's not just um that's not just Instagram, that's YouTube, Facebook, that's all these things. So I think it's not just to push homosexuality, or I think it's really to over sexualize everybody, and to pervert, sex as a whole.
Desiree said, "Yep, I had to block certain people because my timeline started looking like love and hip hop."
Mhm.
That's facts. I started doing that for real. And Nelson Beauty said, Facts. Everything in life is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. Okay, Ma, what you got?
I'm in agreement with what Jay every day said. Like, why do we need to see that anyway? Why we need to know the lead character is a transgender? Just play the fucking role. Why do we need to know that? Why and then why is you putting it for like, ain't that a program that should be for like adults? Should no character be transgender, talking about he, she, pronouns, them, they, LGBT? It shouldn't be none of that. Just do the plot.
I mean, you
Just do
remember
the,
Bert and Ernie? We know something strange was going on with Bert and Ernie.
but then nobody
You
say
know what I
nothing.
mean?
Bert
Everybody,
Ernie was just doing Bert Ernie shit.
Bert and Ernie, they in the tub
We,
and shit together. These
there
was
wasn't
two,
no labels
puppet
on them
men,
or nothing. We ain't
right?
have to put no labels on them.
But
Like
we
people,
all kind of side out Bert and Ernie, like y'all grown in the same apartment, in the same one bedroom, in studio apartment with
and
beds and
y'all about
stuff
like
together.
33.
You know what I mean?
And y'all about like 33.
Yeah.
Y'all in y'all 30s.
You knew what was happening. Yeah, I had to state it.
But didn't nobody come out with it talking about they're gay and respect this and respect? No, it is what it is. You ain't gotta. The thing about it is, we're in a day and age where you gotta label everything. No, you don't. It is what it is. Just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to label everything. Like it really, it just to me, it's just wild. It just don't need it. I don't want my kid looking at it. I don't want my kid looking at fuck same sex. I don't want them looking at different sex. I don't want them looking at sex. Period. Not whatsoever. Let me talk to them about that. It's just wrong all around the board to me. I really don't got too much to go. Go ahead, Spaces. I don't got too much more to say.
What do y'all think about people choosing to cancel their Netflix Netflix accounts because of it?
That's their choice. You can
Yeah.
choose who you want to spend your money on. I don't got no problem with that. The same way that people cancel their Disney subscription because they took Jimmy. It was Jimmy. Who was it? Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Come on,
When
yeah.
they took them off that, we have the right to spend our money wherever we want to spend our money at. You can't tell nobody what they should and should not be doing with their money. So if you don't like something and you don't want to give your dollars to them, be my guest. Don't give your dollars to them.
Yeah. That's the easiest way to, protest something, I think, is just to take your money away. She say they
They
had
had
separate beds.
Hell no.
All right.
Yeah, they
What them
sure
lights
did.
go out. Them
Yeah.
lights go out. Somebody was sliding up in.
No, look, they had separate beds, but they pushed them bitches together to make a king bed.
Yeah. They had two twin beds. They pushed it together and made a
Made
full
a king.
side.
Not made a king, yeah.
I think Cultivate said social media is nothing more than soft porn, just scattered everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what's crazy, man? What you said about the Instagram link or whatever, somebody send you something, Jay, every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
and they only do it with sex, like things that's sexual. Like I know not to cut you off because I know you're finna speak. But when it's something that like really helps you, finances, things like that, I don't get littered full of, hey man, you should go check out all these different guys or whatever. It's just ass. It's just when it comes to ass, like you want to show me, like, bro. And there's no shortage of these women making videos of shaking their ass. No shortage. It's a different one every time. And they be having hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers. And, because I like to click and see which one of my homies is actually subscribed to. You subscribe to this? Fuck out of here.
Cultivate said, we didn't have none of this when MySpace was popping. And if so, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jay, Day, as far as people canceling their Netflix subscription? Of course, we know people can do whatever they want to do, but like, do you think it's too far? You think it's necessary? You think like, okay, maybe parents need to be more attentive to what their kids are watching? What do you think?
I think it's definitely, what you just said in the latter part, right? So parents definitely should be more attentive with what their children are watching. But you and I were young once, right? So we know how to access different things and these children are way more tech savvy than we ever were, right? So they know how to access different things. Like, I've seen, my own son, he's able to just navigate through the phones or navigate through the video games better than I ever could because this is what they grew up under. So the best way to me is to combat the agenda that, these large conglomerates, these large companies are really trying to push is that you got to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? I don't want to see anything that you're pushing on Netflix. You know what I mean? Or Amazon Prime or whichever one of those guys. You know what? And I think that people need to, in general, get back to reading books. I mean, shit, the books themselves could be really explicit, right? But you know what I mean? I think we need to get back to reading books in general, and instead of letting Netflix and just these different media companies control our thinking, control our imagination, right? And making them set the world how they believe the world should go, right? I think that unfortunately, as great as the internet is, right, it has been to mankind. And we've said it before. I think the internet has destroyed more lives than it actually has helped. Sure has helped, gain millionaires and things like, people who make money and things of that nature. But I think when you think about everything in the totality, I think it really has been a hindrance. You know, I literally kind of had this epiphany maybe yesterday or the day before.
Hey,
And
hey,
I realized how I didn't like how the world was going. I didn't like how the world was going. We're going in a way like we were just talking about. Everything is over censored. Everybody's so sensitive to things. Uh so and which is cool. I think you should be mindful about what you say. But that's my little quick rant about things. But I'll let whoever else want to speak.
hey, boy, I don't mean to say it, but boy, I'm gonna be like a little like when them ladies clock that tea. Niggas talk about this motherfucking internet that fucked up, and like people can keep talking about that all the time. And like you say, Jay, every day, you don't like the way I'm not liking the way humanity going and stuff. Neither how everybody is so sensitive to things, and you don't really know what is really truth. That's why my thumbnail say, "What is really right? What is really right?" Because you can look at something some way and get something totally different than what I can get. You feel me? So, like, what is really right? Like, even when you say, "Oh, these are the facts," but then somebody can go in there and find some more facts that backs up what they said. So you like like what we gonna do? Where are we going with this? All this stuff.
Yeah, I think it's, man, it's really tough to. There's definitely an agenda being pushed, right? Because I'm reminded of when I watched The Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey. They didn't, just like like you said earlier, Mal, just make the movie.
Facts.
Just make the movie. Like,
Facts.
why did Ariel need to be black? What was the point in that? And then at the end of the movie, they're clearly pushing the, not necessarily LGBT, but pushing an agenda. Like at the end of the movie, all of these different other mer people came out of the water, and they all look different. Some of them look, the men look feminine. Some of the women look like men. Some people had one arm. People had rainbow hair and all this stuff. It's like, just make the movie.
You want me to say it for you? You want me to say it for you? You know what you want to say.
What?
Make the fucking movie. You just didn't want to say it. You make the fucking movie.
Yeah, man. I think in one hand, I think there's a whole lot of other stuff to watch on Netflix that doesn't have that stuff in it. But at the same time, the best way to, with these big name companies, the best way to get things to change is to hit them in their pockets.
Right.
That's the best way to do it. You can, the best way, because once people start losing money is when they start paying attention to what it is that you're saying. And the reason why I say that is because, and I don't know how much money Netflix has in total, but it says Netflix's market capitalization fell approximately 15 to 17 billion in the week October 3rd due to Elon Musk call for a boycott. And you remember, I don't know if y'all watch Power, but you know on Power, Trey Songz was doing the intro for the longest time. And then, or was it? No, it was Joe. Joe was doing the intro for the longest time. And then he tried to change it to Trey Songz. People went crazy. They went crazy. And then he said, all right, I'll change it back. I think he might have even like took the episode down and put it back up or something like that, or those episodes took it down. So, I mean, there's definitely an agenda being pushed. There's not a question. There's not a question that agenda's being pushed, because why is it in everything? Everything. And I'm cool with letting people live their lives. People can live their life however they want, of course. There's a difference in you living your life versus you living your life and that's affecting mine. And like people don't even want to people don't want to see that, man. Just make the movie, make the show, write the script. And if the character that you write lives that certain lifestyle, let them live that lifestyle without you. Every second of the movie, every second of the show, they gotta have rainbow hair. They gotta be super. The woman gotta be super masculine. She gotta have a beard. Come on, man, just make the movie.
It takes me back to just watching like Power, the one where Tariq is in school and stuff, and the one of what's her name, Mary J. Blige's sons is real. He's a gay character, I guess. But they crowbar the explicit scenes, and which has nothing to do with the rest of the show. It's like, bro, I don't want to see y'all getting them in. I didn't want to see, when Ghost was getting it in with Angela. I don't want to see y'all do that.
It ain't me. I don't want to get it in.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see y'all getting it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, and even you're right. Even with the heterosexual scenes, like they drag them out. Like, why? I don't. This is awkward. Like, some people watch this show with their family. Then now you got to go back to old school when you had to either fast forward or have the kids come to eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
don't get me on the Tyler Perry stuff, man. What's that one, man? What's that one, Beauty in Black or something, man?
It's Beauty in Black.
Is it Beauty in Black? One of them.
The one.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. One of them shits, man. He got the big burly niggas.
I don't watch it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't watch it at all.
This is one of the guys too. He was like one of the guys, the big burly dark.
One of the guys.
Not one of my guys. This was one of the guys that was on the. He was one of the guys that was on the screenplay, on his plays, like in the beginning. Big burly guy or whatever, and he got him all basically quote unquote buck broken. So, one of them boys.
That's a beauty. Don't tell me you watched that.
For sure.
A lot of women into what? Look, that's the only thing that's keeping Tyler Perry going, boy. Is women watching it. Because I think the story itself might be good.
Who?
Yeah. No, I think the story itself probably is good, right? But I don't think a lot of black women or women in general are gonna kind of complain about those things. Like, they only complain about it when you make them mad. Then they want to call you all type of expletives.
Speaking of, speaking of the debauchery that Tyler Perry, you ever notice, or maybe somebody said this before, but you notice he's associating blackness with this debauchery?
What you mean?
Yeah, that's his stick. That's his shit.
Oh, we're like gay. We're like butt broke.
Dysfunction. Just a whole bunch of dysfunction.
Oh, okay.
Look, see,
yeah. I heard the plot. Like, the plot is great, but it be, you'll glance in the room, man, once in a while, and ain't no telling when you glance. Motherfucker might have
ass in there, huh?
You know what I'm saying? You might have them in the. but they be cracking. You know what I'm saying?
You like, hey man, you almost act like one of the kids. Hey baby, I'm coming in the room. Cut that off.
Hey, turn that shit. You ain't
But
watching
no,
that when the kids was here.
he had I think it was a movie with Megan Good and Tia Mowry's husband. I forget his name. I like his acting. Oh, I forget his name. But the movie was called.
You from here?
Yeah, I got to find his name. But the name of the movie was Divorce in the Black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he was a drunk, deadbeat, whatever, abusive. And now we got Beauty in Black, where I don't think there's a white character. There's a super light skinned, I think, black woman or whatever. But got Beauty in the Black with all this debauchery, all this gayness.
Hold on, let me push back on you a little bit though. We complain about all the we don't got the representation and everything, and I'm not taking up for him. But if he's just making a film and it's just 100% black, everybody can't be a good character.
But then nobody is a good character in his movies. It's like he has. If he can make Divorce in the Black, if he can make Beauty in the Black, he can make films and shows with a fully functional black family. That's all I'm saying.
I agree, man. I've had two different instances where, at least one instance where, this was some years ago. It's probably like 2009, 2010. But there was this white guy I used to work with. And he was saying that, he said, why is it that all the black shows at the time, so it's 2000, yeah, somewhere in the 2000, early 2000s, it's like, well, why is it that all the black shows show black people in a positive light?
A positive light or a negative light?
Yeah, in a positive light. Like
he wanted, said that?
Yeah, he said that to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we can have a conversation. You can be transparent towards me. I actually, I like my racism right there in the open. So, I didn't really have a rebuttal at the time. I was just, listening to him because, you don't really have to respond to a lot of that shit either. And it got me to thinking, like, even Eddie Murphy, he talked about when he made the movie Boomerang. Yeah, I remember. And the backlash he kind of got amongst just white Hollywood or Hollywood in general, because the movie was basically all black, and a lot of times in these movies they're looking for you to have some type of white savior, and they were saying like, man, and you mean to tell me all these black people are working in this this office environment and shit ain't fucked up? So, I think we need more representation. As far as, if we do have representation, it doesn't have to be debaucherous. It could be, again, it could be a mix, right? Because we're not trying to say that, all black people and everything that black people do is on the up and up. But, we have our good moments and we have our bad moments, just like everybody else, right? But to crowbar everything with, some sort of agenda, I think is wrong.
Yeah, and that's crazy because it's like you could do it if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to, you really, really could. And then I was thinking, I got to watch Boomerang again, but it's the only thing that I recall being, I guess, the only, let's say, drama that I recall happening in Boomerang is just, it's like, it was all revolved around sex and relationship. It wasn't nobody fighting, nobody killing, or maybe that happens at some point in the movie, but
it was just a young man. It was just a young man, trying to learn his way through life, to me, as far as, just being on the dating scene, dating different women or whatever. And, and what comes with that. That was basically the only thing that, so again, sometimes it was negative, sometimes it was positive. Right. And at the end of the day, I guess he walked away with Halle Berry.
So, yeah, I think that shows the power, like this shows the amount of power that Elon Musk had. I mean, I guess that we didn't really need this to happen to know that Elon Musk has a lot of power and influence. But I'm just glad that somebody with a real big name, probably arguably one of the biggest names in media and influence, speaking up about it.
Hmm.
Because I remember watching a show, not watching a show, watching a video where um, somebody that worked at Disney was making a show, and they were sneaky with it. They said, "I'm just going to see if I can fit a gay agenda in this show." They fit it in there. Nobody gave them pushback, and they just kept gradually doing more and more and more and more. And here we are. Maybe I'll find a video and put it in the replay. But
Hey, question though, right? Let's do some conspiracy theory, man. Let's spice it up a little bit. You feel me? Do you think Elon really care about this, or is he pushing an agenda trying to do something too?
okay,
So my
but
my initial
some
thought was maybe he could be trying to buy Netflix.
That's a
That's
good
what
one.
when I heard it, I was like, oh, look at old Elon, boy, he know how to make some moves, a little
Or
business move.
or
he trying to
could he
do what?
be or could he be cooking up his own streaming platform, but he need Netflix to fall a little bit so he can bring out his own shit or buying, because it's a whole bunch of selling the networks right now going on.
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but it's a whole sudden switching the power of who getting Netflix, who getting streaming services, who getting news outlets. So maybe he might start this knowing he got a little bit of, some about him because he was next to the president, so he got a little bit of sway. So why not get them to fall and come down a little bit and then him swoop in and whatever he got going on? Do
That
you
could be
think he really
possible.
care?
I don't know.
Just something I'm throwing out there, man. You know,
No,
we
yeah,
got
yeah,
a fish for something.
yeah. No, I mean you're right. I'm just thinking like, what could it be? What could it be? Because as far as I know, Elon Musk's kid, no, he has young kids.
The nigga got like 18 kids, don't he?
Yeah, he got a
He
plethora
had a
of
lot.
kids.
He a real African.
Yeah, yeah, he's a real African.
But no, yeah, I mean, maybe he does have an agenda, or maybe he did this on purpose so the stock can go down as it did, and then he buys some more shares. I don't know.
Hey
That's
man,
Beauty said he has more than Nick Cannon. Yep.
you know this is the season for motherfuckers quadrupling and quadrupling they networks right now. Like, if I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but ever since the beginning of the year, motherfuckers been making a buku of money. Motherfuckers talking about these little groundworks issues and these little counseling issues when motherfuckers over there making money hand over fist. I don't know if you're in the financial space, but if you're paying attention, you will see it.
So it says Elon Musk has 14 children.
Damn.
Can't be a
That's
father at
basic.
all, though. I know they ain't all under the same roof or all by the same one.
No, 14 children with 4 different women since 2002.
Damn. So
So
he
yeah,
paid money to
Yeah.
I know he
He an African baby daddy, huh? He an African American baby daddy.
I guess you're right.
Damn.
All right, you guys got anything else for that?
No, just real quick. When it comes to a person like Elon, I don't think I'm with Maul here. I think it could definitely be another agenda. I think that a person like that isn't really deep set into morals. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he's really looking at it from a moral standpoint. I know he knows the different constituents or the followers that he may have, and a lot of them may be right leaning. So, this is just something to show them that, hey, I'm still with you guys.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think people like him, he knows that he's under the eyes of the entire world is watching him, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So I doubt he moves. I thought he even takes a single step without it being strategic.
Now,
So we'll see over these next few months. Whatever.
It ain't the next few months. Them moves like that don't come until like a year, 2 years down the line, brother. That's a long play. Like you like a little year like that, like that's petty money. You talking about the long play? You know, we talking about some billionaires. Billionaires play for more billions in power. So you not gonna see that move. He might have did this now, and that move might don't play out until a year and a half, 2 years, probably max.
Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely keep it in mind.
Spaces,
All right.
I just sent you something real quick, and kind of goes with what we were talking about. You see it is with Bill Cosby.
What do you mean?
I sent it to you on just real quick on
You sent it to
Instagram.
IG?
Yeah.
All right. Hold up. All right. Pull it up right now. All right.
And you don't have to do the whole thing. Just start at like maybe 50 seconds. And I'll tell you when to stop.
Touch. Is this the same juicer? I said mine.
Are you mad at me?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Come here.
Yeah, pause it there. Oh, you can stop it. Like, who approved that?
I have no comment.
Nigga, this ain't so
Because
real,
I never I don't even remember seeing that before.
You know what I'm saying? Kissing on the lips, boy,
Yeah,
Bill. And you've been out here. We already know about you, Bill. Them just been wherever.
And because most conscious black men like that knew how people perceive stuff. Because I've seen where Steve Harvey put something to the side. I've seen where Bernie Mac didn't do certain things.
No
I've
shit on my lap.
Yeah, I've seen, and it's not that they're trying to be like that, but you know us as men, because I'm gonna teach my child or my son the same thing. Some things you just can't do. You're not even gonna give people the option to even think that it's anything like that. We're not even gonna give you that option. You feel me? So for me to see that right there, it's like, no comment really. I ain't gonna. But I understand where you're coming from with it. I get totally where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You said, why don't you have a comment, Mo?
I just don't have no comment for it. I don't got no comment.
You sure, man?
I'm positive. Go ahead. Let's see your take. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy? Let's see what Desiree said. She said, my fault. I would say Bill loved them kids and he never hurt them. He set all those kids up where they never had to work another day again.
We agreed, Desiree, but I don't think we're saying that he would have. We just saying it's kind of inappropriate, and for to put it out there, people can go and take whatever they want to take from it. Don't even give people that option to do that. That's the only thing I'm kind of looking at it as.
You think it was acceptable, Mo, or no?
No. I ain't gonna say it was acceptable. I ain't never said that. Nuh-uh. I just said I'm gonna comment, but I ain't think it was acceptable. No, I ain't say that. I ain't gonna put me on that island by myself. Hell no, I never say nothing like that. Especially if that's not your kid. And I don't even condone that when kids get over a certain age, it's your own kids.
Kissing on the mouth.
Yeah, mouth, like
crazy.
Lips to lips. Like I can see you giving dad a kiss on the cheek, or you kissing your daughter on the forehead or the cheek or something like that. But full on mouth to mouth, even if that was your flesh and blood, I still don't really like. I'm kind of iffy on that too.
Mouth to mouth is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just iffy on it.
Yeah, mouth to mouth is nuts. You know what I mean?
It's nuts.
No Diddy.
Yeah, when I saw it, I didn't until you said something. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, I wouldn't disagree or I would argue with someone that said that it's inappropriate, because it is. On the flip side, I think I would wait. I'm sure her mother was there or her parents were there.
Yeah, I mean, we got to think about it. A lot of parents are around and let things happen. I mean, look at Aaliyah. Um, Look what happened to a lot of the child stars, Judy Garland, and is that the same one who played Dorothy? Who's the one who played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz? And all these like these, they were put on a casting couch. These children are
Ooh.
so, and given everything that Bill Cosby had going on, I'm not saying I 100% agree with how things went with him, as far as how he was basically, to me, railroaded. But you just kind of got to be mindful about these things. It wasn't a particularly good look.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Cultivate said Megan Good was 14 when she kissed Samuel L. in Eve's Bayou.
Oh yeah, that was another one. I remember that. But that went with the, I can't even butt it. However, it did go with the whole storyline, right? Because he was supposed to kind of be a molesting ass father,
Yeah,
right? Or perceived to be.
that's a good point, Cultivate. And I
And
never.
that still confuses me. Like that movie itself is like, it's a great movie, and it's like I always go back. I'm like, the fuck were they trying to say? Like at the end of it, I don't know.
It's been a
Maybe I
minute
need
since
to
I
watch some
watched
more
it.
breakdown. No, this is an excellent movie in my opinion.
It's one. Would you call it a classic?
I think, yeah, for black people, I think so,
Yeah,
definitely.
black classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. Thank you guys for kicking with us so far. Desiree, Cultivate, Nelson Beauty. Glad y'all are still here. Let's see. I gotta call Be Humble. See what he been at. He missed like the last 2 weeks. So one of the big things that happened in the news, and I guess social news, this week was Diddy got sentenced.